Welcome to On the Road with GoodDay BIO. I'm your host, Teresa Brady. We just wrapped up day one of the Bio Investor Forum here in San Francisco. We come here every year to bring early-stage biotech companies together with investors and other strategic partners these companies will need to get their cutting-edge, breakthrough medicines to the market. So what brings them here? Well, there's an exciting lineup of speakers covering everything from cancer treatments to how to attract diverse talent to what are the latest business trends and what is the market outlook. One of the big draws is BIO's one-on-one partnering system, an app that matches interested parties and then schedules meetings for them. By the end of these 2 days, we will have had more than 3,000 meetings scheduled. One more opportunity here is the company presentation, where companies sign up to give 13-minute pitches on their R&D and technology. There is a lot to draw people to this event. Yesterday, before the official conference began, we partnered with the Spark Showcase, where academic researchers presented their drug development programs that are ready for partnering or venture funding. Connor McCoy was there and filed this report.
Hi, I'm Connor McCoy, and I'm at the Spark Showcase, where the focus has been on academic researchers. Can you tell me what you're looking forward to at this week's event?
Yes, I'm looking forward to learning more about more efficient ways to advance our therapeutics at lower cost, shorter time frame, and higher rates of success.
I'm looking for investors of my vaccine or the company that we are forming. I'm also looking for advice on how we can best progress with marketing of the vaccine, and of course I'm looking ultimately for advice on strategies that will enable the vaccine to be used for the benefit of the population in the future.
Thanks for that report, Connor. Earlier today, BIO CEO Jim Greenwood welcomed guests and talked about the opportunities and challenges facing the industry.
We are here at a rather Dickinsonian moment in the history of biotechnology. This is arguably, in many ways, the best of times, and it is also arguably the worst of times. It's the best of times because the science has never been better. The science is galloping. You can always say that the science is better now than it was yesterday, because that is the nature of science. It builds upon itself. In fact, you could say that the science is better now than it was an hour ago. There's a vicious cycle that happens, and the vicious cycle happens because patients go to the drugstore, they go to pick up their prescription, the out-of-pocket that's required of them is excessive, they get angry, they complain to their elected officials complain to the media writes more stories, people read those stories, and because of what I consider political cynicism and a certain amount of ignorance, the politicians keep deciding that they'll badmouth our industry, the polls will reflect it, and the more the polls reflect it, the more they're inclined to badmouth the industry.
As Jim touched on, there are a lot of challenges currently facing the industry, which makes BIO's one-on-one partnering even more crucial to the early-stage companies who are trying to achieve commercial success. I was able to catch up with a few of those partnering participants earlier today. How's your experience been with BIO's one-on-one partnering?
It's actually been very smooth. I've been very intrigued with the apps that we have, the online service to connect with partners, to connect with investors, the scheduling, everything for a small company like ours has been terrific.
Yes, indeed, I come from Barcelona. I think we can find, our company can find some interesting things here. There are a lot of investors. Silicon Valley and San Francisco is one of the best parts of the world to find investors, so that's the reason for I'm here.
The partnering is so essential to our attendees. But that's not all that was going on today. Educational panel sessions started at 8:30 a.m. this morning. And there was a fireside chat this afternoon with Dr. Lon Cardon. Dr. Cardon is the Chief Scientific Strategy Officer for BioMarin, a company that's developed treatments for rare diseases for the last 20 years. Connor was out and about and caught up with some of today's speakers.
And I'm here with Dr. Lon Cardon, who just came off the stage from his fireside chat. Dr. Cardon, what do you think the key takeaway was for the audience?
Yeah, BioMarin has a 20-year history of developing very successful life-changing drugs for ultra-rare diseases. And we're now at a stage after 20 years of being able to take those same learnings and transform broader rare diseases and apply them to a greater number of patients. And so we feel like the scientific underpinnings, the infrastructure that we've built, our investments in things like manufacturing, and the serendipity of an amazing set of scientific discoveries around us right now in genetics and in technologies and in the ability to deliver drugs in new ways, it sets us up in a unique position to transform the next generation of therapies in broader indications.
And I'm here with Dr. Rajangam, who just got off the stage. Dr. Rajangam, can you give us a sense of what was talked about during your panel?
Our panel was about the next wave of cancer therapies, and the panelists, including, I come from Nkarta, we're working on allogeneic NK cell companies. What we discussed is different ways of being able to have allogeneic cell therapies for oncology. On the panel were folks from Allogene, which is using CAR-Ts, there was Century, which looks at iPSCs, so just different ways of approaching the same question.
There certainly is a lot of exciting science and so much potential for the next wave of breakthroughs, all being discussed here. That does it for today. Now it's time to network at the welcome reception. Thank you for joining us. See you tomorrow for another edition of On the Road with GoodDay Bio.